It's always great to catch up with American University Chairman Emeritus of the Board of Trustees, Jack Cassell, also class of 1977. You've been around campus since pretty much day one. Talk about, as a kid, how far back, if you rewind memory, how far back you can go to remember your time on campus at AU with your brother.
Well, yeah, my brother and I would come to campus a lot. My sister would too, but it was mainly my brother and I. We came to campus pretty regularly from probably age 2. But really my time on campus that's most memorable was running around campus with my dad. He'd take us to all the games, and there wasn't a game or a wrestling match or track meet that we didn't want to go to. We always wanted to be on the campus. On weekends, he would wear his letter jacket. So naturally, that was something I always aspired to, is get my own letter jacket. But we were there all the time, got to know the coaches, the players. I would say that the most memorable, unfortunately, experience of mine at AU was the morning of April 16th, 1966, when my dad brought us to the baseball field, and we were there for an hour, there for another hour, and then we started to wonder, Dad said to wait here for him, but he never came back. He died in the athletic center that was later to be named in his honor. And, after that time, after the funeral, we wondered, my brother and I, if we were ever going to be back on the AU campus again. But because of those wonderful student athletes, the people like Dick Taylor, who was a past student athlete of my father's on his championship baseball team, a guy that would take us to, Washington Senators baseball games, Washington Redskins football games. They all rallied around the cause, and made sure that we were back on the campus watching the games. They were looking out for us. My brother and I became the bat boys for the baseball team, the ball boys for the basketball team. It was quite a meaningful thing that those people decided to mentor us. So Dick was one of those people. Then there was Kermit Washington. I had my own photography studio. I was developing pictures and whatnot. And I always remember I sold some pictures to Kermit, and he gave me a check for $3 for the pictures. And I kept that check because I knew he was going to be great, hardworking, had a great work ethic. And that was what got him to be the All-American and top draft pick of the Los Angeles Lakers that he became. The most important mentor that I had at American University was Kurt Kuykendall. Kurt came, he started for the men's freshman basketball team. And at the end of the season, the coach told him that he probably would not make the varsity team. So he thought, well, I want to be involved with sports. So he went and tried out for the soccer team as a goalkeeper. And, the rest is history there. He went on to be an All-American, a teammate and a starting goalkeeper for the U.S. Olympic team. And he was the #1 player drafted in the professional soccer league that year. When he started playing soccer, he thought, Jack's not going to play varsity basketball at his high school. Why don't, so he came and said, come on, I want you to train with me. And I was out there, I trained with him every day during the summer. And so then I had the same kind of experience Kurt did. I got 4 goals in my high school career.
So you didn't even realize how good you were. Maybe because soccer wasn't one of your focuses growing up, you didn't really know the barometer of which to measure whether or not you were good or not?
That's correct. I didn't, because I had never been in a game before. But I had all kinds of great guidance and mentorship from Kurt. And I have to say that if I hadn't had that experience, I don't know where I would be today, because soccer brought me camaraderie with people. It took me to American University, where I was the starting goalkeeper. As a kid who didn't have a father for his teenage life, who could have been straying in different directions, it was so important that I had Kurt Kuykendall to add that experience to my life and to guide me through it and to encourage me.